Vishwamitra went to the Himalayas and selected a peaceful place for performing penance. He started his penance to obtain the favor of Shiva, the Lord of Kailash. Days rolled on, months went by, years passed on. But Shiva did not show himself. Vishwamitra's penance became harder and harder. Thousands of years rolled on. At last, Shiva was pleased with his penance and presented himself.
O Vishwamitra, I am very much pleased by your penance. Ask for whatever boon you desire.
Vishwamitra was jubilant.
Lord, grant me all the secret knowledge of archery. Grant me the secret of all the magical arrows that Yakshas, Rakshasas, Gandharvas and Maharishis have.
As you wish, my son.
Now, Vishwamitra was highly pleased with his own power.
Vashishta, you destroyed my army and my sons. Now I will teach you the purpose.
Uttering these words, he rushed to Vashishta's hermitage. At that moment, Vashishta was immersed in prayer. Other sages were sitting around him, performing rites and chanting mantras. Enraged beyond limits, Vishwamitra rushed against Vashishta with utmost confidence in his own victory.
Now you will see my strength and power.
He launched many an arrow from his bow. Other sages saw this sudden danger and ran helter-skelter, shrieking loudly. Vashishta's prayer was disturbed by all this noise. He opened his eyes. Before him stood King Vishwamitra with a deadly weapon ready to strike. Other sages and young disciples were running about in great fear. Some were wounded.
Do not run. Cast away your fear. Do not be frightened. I am here. I will help you.
He took out the yoga danda on which he had been resting his arm and planted it in front. Vishwamitra went on shooting arrows and throwing weapons. But to his utter despair, every arrow and each weapon would come up to the yoga danda and would be swallowed by it.
It's a miracle. What am I going to do? All the magical arrows and weapons I have obtained as a result of my penance for years have become useless before the power of the sage.
He sat there with his head hung in great shame. In the meanwhile, all the inmates of the hermitage returned and praised Vashishta for his skill. In his utter desperation, Vishwamitra sighed and said,
Power of arms is useless. I will become a Brahma Rishi. Then it will be easy to take revenge against Vashishta.
But this defeat did not discourage Vishwamitra. He did not change his decision to defeat Vashishta. He decided to perform penance once more to increase his powers. He went southwards. There, he settled down in a forest and started his penance to please Brahma, the Creator. For 1,000 years, Brahma appeared before him and said,
Vishwamitra, you have become Rishi.
But this did not satisfy Vishwamitra. His goal was to become a Brahma Rishi, so he continued his penance again. After 1,000 years, Brahma appeared again and said,
Vishwamitra, now you have become a Maharishi.
Oh Lord, I am happy, but my goal is to become a Brahma Rishi. I should attain the status of Brahma Rishi.
He continued his penance. At last, Brahma, accompanied by all the gods, appeared and said,
Vishwamitra, you have become a Brahma Rishi.
My desire is to be called a Brahma Rishi by Vashishta, who is learned in all the Vedas.